Hello, everybody, and welcome to EMRinterviews.com. I am your host, Scott Ferguson, and this is the internet's most insightful program about electronic medical records. I am pumped to be here with a dear friend of mine and a brilliant gentleman in the EMR world, Mr. Joe Rubinsztan. I'm going to ask him to tell you all a little bit about his background. Joe, why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you do, how you got involved in the EMR world?
Well, thank you for the brilliant part, but I am a physician. Actually, while in medical school, started my little electronic medical records company, who grew very much, and today we're having a little bit of fun doing specialty-based electronic medical records for gastroenterology and moving on to cardiology and urology. Awesome,
awesome. So, lots going on in the EMR world today. I mean, we've got the stimulus package stuff happening. We've got lots of specialty-oriented EMRs that are coming on the scene, and some that have been around for a while, like yourself. What do you see as the landscape for EMR, where it's at, where it's come from, where it's at right now, and where it's headed?
Great question. There's a lot of companies that have been around, and they have done incremental work in order to create packages and systems that are easy to use for physicians. The problem is that the government is also coming on the back end with the stimulus package, increasing the amount of requirements for these applications to have. So a lot of people coming on board. Not everybody will be able to offer all the features necessary to qualify for that incentive package out there. So count only on the big players who have some tractions, or the medium-sized players who have some tractions, or only the very well capitalized new entrants with a lot of money.
That's a good point.
That may also bring the right tools. But unfortunately, EMR is still an art and a science. It's not just a science, and you really have to understand the physicians, and so expect a lot of entrants, expect a lot of exits.
Well said. The EMR stimulus package, or what I'm referring to as the EMR stimulus package, is the stimulus package. It was signed in February. Still a lot of unknowns around that. I mean, what do you think will be the outcome of that? How's it going to impact physicians ultimately? Do you think they're going to be able to actually get the resources they need? How easy do you think it will be? What do you think the process is going to be like in that?
So, very interesting. People think that there's a lot of unknowns, and there are a lot of unknowns, but there are 4 things that are very clear about the stimulus package. One is, if you want an EMR and you implement an EMR by January 1, 2001, you've got to do 4 specific things.
Okay.
You have to have an EMR that's certified by the latest standards. Everybody believes there will be at least CCHIT 2008, which is the Commission for Certification of Healthcare Information Technology.
Which has been around a while.
Yeah, definitely. They also would like to see that you're doing e-prescriptions to the majority of your patients. Nobody knows what majority is. Our best bet is that it's at least 75 or 80%. They want to know that you have reported quality indicators, meaning they're going to give you a set of indicators that you need to report on, or a set of data that you need to report on, and nobody knows what those are yet, so that's still an unknown. And last but not least, you need to interoperate with another laboratory or another healthcare provider to be able to qualify for meaningful use. However, meaningful use is still a very loose term.
So meaningful use being the key term, still lots more to come about that. And like, what's the time frame looking like? What do you feel, like gut? I mean, there's what people say, but what do you feel gut that's gonna really show the details?
At this point, we have a little bit more than gut, actually. 3 days ago, the first draft of meaningful use came out. And it didn't help too much, actually. It was a very broad statement about a big dream in stages. All we know is that meaningful use will be probably established in 3 phases, 2011, 2013, 2015, and it will be certainly incremental about the capabilities to look for. That being said, we do know that by December 31st, 2009, meaningful use will be clearly defined. So gut feeling, there's a lot of work to be done in order to really hone down what meaningful use is. Everybody has great ideas, everybody has very big lofty goals, but grinding down and getting them to a practical set of terms and a practical set of requirements is going to be a very big challenge. Expect 2011 to be relatively simple bar to pass for those that have been around in the industry. Expect the bar to continuously move up very, very quickly. So all of us in the EMR community are ramping up to be able to continue chasing that bar, as long as you don't end up with a camel, which is a racehorse designed by a committee.
I love it. Racehorse by committee.